Often they say that, sports figures need to be careful how they live because they're models for children. They're examples. I'm not convinced of that. Mom and Dad, you and I are the first models for our children. We are the examples for our children. Not sports stars or actresses or artists or anyone. You and I are. And I'll tell you this, our reputation with our children, our model to our children, will override anything that is in the world. You hear a lot of sad things about relationships, sexual immorality, and some parents would probably be hesitant to do it. I wasn't. For example, I would bring up Michael Jordan, about his relationship with other women, Kobe Bryant, the alleged rape. I'd bring up Evan Holyfield and I don't know how many children he had outside of any marriage relationship or anything. And I would bring up Tiger Woods and all. Not in order to say we're better than them or anything else, but to say, kids, because they all look up to people like that. And I say, is that good what so-and-so did? Well, no, Dad. Well, why isn't it? And I would get my kids talking, why? Well, what does God say about that? Well, what can we learn from this to be very careful in our own lives? What I tried to do is pick things out of the media, television, everything, and then use that as examples, both positive and negative, to use examples for my children. And when someone would do something marvelous, like there's a person that's a movie actress who's done phenomenal work with the United Nations and for children in poverty. And so in a conversation, my youngest daughter, I brought her up. And I said, this was on TV last night. Remember we watched it? What do you think about that? Why do you think that's good? Why do you think she does it? Do you think we should do something like that? Well, how can we have that kind of impact right here in our community? And I got my kids interacting from things that happen, whether positive or negative, in the media. Now, most people are afraid to talk about that. I'm not, because it's people like all these people I mentioned who impact our kids. So I want to make sure that impact is positive and not negative.